This is my review of the last Saiyuki, chapter 18, The Black Torii Gate of Oban. And this is a weird chapter, I mean, even for this series. So essentially the explanation is that people don't actually think the afterlife is impossible, so during this festival, all their thoughts go elsewhere. They concentrate and they form a Black Torii Gate of Oban. And the explanation about it is a little interesting because it said beyond it is a fake universe. It's an artificial dimension that swallows everything whole. And yet, despite that, Estelle still refers to it as a gate to the afterlife, allowing for you to see someone who has passed beyond. And based on what we see later on, this is literally that person's departed soul coming back to see you. Which, interesting. So it's a monster that forms from a fake universe, and yet it's still the real soul of the departed visiting you? There's some problems with the logic of that, but you know what? Let's move on. We get a great scene between Ryu and Estelle. They're both talking about their deceased mothers, and Estelle realizing that he's putting on a brave front. He's smiling, he's saying it's fine, even though he just lost her like 2 years ago. And yet she's saying, you don't need to try to act cool in front of me. It's okay, you can be sad. And then he has his whole little, what are you talking about? I'm not trying to act cool. And they both start screaming at each other, which still a great moment, I gotta say. Anyway, once they clear up all the gates, they start talking to Koharu about how she wishes she knew what it was like to have a mother so she could really sympathize with the pain they're going through. And honestly, it's just a great scene of Estelle and Ryu, each of them holding one of her hands. And I love the dynamic that's set between these three. I mean, they've essentially both accepted Koharu as their little sister despite not knowing her for long or really not knowing all that much about her past. They consider her to be their little sister, and it's just a really great relationship between all of them. Anyway, then her desires to see her mother result in a perfect Black Torii Gate opening up right in front of them, which, concerning, very concerning. And we know she's powerful, but sometimes we forget just how powerful she is. And we see someone on the other side, some blurry mess, half-human form, which is interesting because Estelle's mother showed up perfectly formed on the other side. And yet this person, who Ryu is 100% certain is his mother, is like a mess, a black fog. And she keeps calling out for Koharu. Not Ryu, but Koharu. Which, yeah, that's concerning. In Gotaku later on, he says that Ryu must now realize there's a connection between his late wife Momo and Rei, the Demon King. Whatever that connection might be, I have no freaking clue. I have like 30 different theories. Maybe Ryu's mother was a monster all along. That'd be interesting, to say the least. Maybe Koharu really is his sister. That'd be something else. Or at least half-sister. Anyway, the shrimp comes in and saves them all by transforming his Niobe rod into a sealing gate, which that's pretty impressive. Though he immediately has a really bad nosebleed, it looks like he's about to pass out. So that's definitely something that's a bit above his skill level. I mean, I think Ryu can do that now because he's, teamed up with Koharu, but for normal people, even ones as far into their training as he is, it's basically impossible. So then we meet the leader of the organization, Dotsu, who's, he looks interesting, yeah. It's very obvious he's a puppet, but he's got like a crown with eyes on, and he just looks really weird. We also find out something else interesting. There are 100 candles behind him, and with the defeated Koharu, 89 of them have been extinguished. That means, as far as I can tell, that if 11 more monsters are defeated, if the final tales are told of the evil book, then the final demon king god will rise up and destroy all of humanity. Ryu's already been told no matter what he does, this monster is going to appear, and the Koharu is going to play a role in its revival, to say the least. Which to me at least means that everything he's been going through since then has been about preparation, preparing for that monster to appear and be slain. And it seems like next chapter we're actually going to get some answers. Ryu is going to meet with Dotsu, the king of the demon hunters, and hopefully he'll explain to him what's happening, what's going on, what happens when the final candle is extinguished, what is the monster who is summoned going to be like, and what will his defeat mean for the entire world? So yeah, those are my thoughts on the chapter. Let me know your thought in the comments down below. What the freak is the deal with Dotsu? Seriously. Let me know what you think. Be sure to like, subscribe. Until next time.
Peace.